We welcome you to Trabuco Hills High School in the city of Mission Viejo, California, as the Mission Viejo Diablos took on the Santa Margarita Eagles. Hi everybody, I'm Paul Higgins, and this was a very highly anticipated game between two outstanding programs. The Santa Margarita Eagles coming onto the field underneath their new head coach Carson Palmer, Chad Johnson, the head coach of the Mission Viejo Diablos. It was a perfect night for football as a crowd of over 5,000 people attended this game at Trabuco Hills High School. First quarter action, Luke Fahey drops back to pass, and he finds, after rolling out, Vance Spafford for a first down, as Vance gets just shy of the 50-yard line. Diablos turn the ball over on downs, but on this play, it's Matthew Dahlhover stopping Jaylon Smith. It looked like an innocent play, but on the replay, you will see number 2 for Mission Viejo. He comes up looking for a tackle, but gets laid out. His leg sticks to the turf, gets turned in an awkward position. You can see him grabbing his lower portion of his leg, and then he was helped off the field. We hope he is back very soon. A really nice catch on this pass from Trace Johnson to Grant Mosley. Mosley sticks his hand out, going out of bounds, catches it with one arm, and then brings it in for the completion. Diablos back on offense. Luke Fahey to number 10, Jack Junker, a transfer from Santa Margarita, who would play a big part in this game. Diablos shovel pass to Devontae Curtis, a nice stop by Halani as he comes up with friends. And then Fahey, well, he will lower his shoulder on this play. He's going to throw it, rolls out, decides to lower his shoulder. Jaden Crowder is there to meet him, along with some of his friends, to stop the Diablos from going into the end zone. And then Curtis gets the ball. Halani comes up and makes a nice stop with some help. On the very next play, it would be Siwa Halani, number 14. He will get a helmet on the football. The ball bounces out. Diablos recover, but they turn it over on downs. And that's the way this first quarter would go, back and forth. Eagles backed up to their own end zone. Trace Johnson throws a bullet to Grant Mosley. A nice catch. And that would end their first quarter, and there would be no score. First play of the second quarter, the Eagles aren't messing around. Trace Johnson rolls to his right. He finds Luke Gazaniga. He stays on his feet, and then it's a race to the end zone. A stiff arm, and he tumbles to the 1-yard line. All was good for Santa Margarita. But no, there was a penalty. It was a holding call against the Eagles. The Diablos back with the ball. Luke Fahey, he almost does a Houdini act here, as finally he is brought down. Good, tenacious defense by the Eagles. Fahey will find time, and he will take advantage of it. Steps up in the pocket, and he locates Luke Carby for a first down. Rob Johnson, former El Toro Charger and USC Trojan, likes what he sees. Fahey to Carson Vandermeer, and this was a nice play inside the 40-yard line. He gets down to the 33. And then Karan Williams breaks up this pass as Fahey unleashes it into the end zone. A nice defensive play there. For those that had seats, everyone was on edge. One good defensive play leads to another by Manutai with the sack on Fahey. So the Eagles get the ball back, and here we go once again. This time it is Trent Mosley. He gets the ball in a quick pass. He stays on his feet inside the 50. It's a foot race. No one's going to catch Mosley. He goes all the way into the end zone, thinks he has a touchdown, but wait a minute. A second holding penalty called here at the top of your screen as Trent Mosley rounded the corner, bringing Carson Palmer back to the playbook. How about we call a similar play to the same person but to the other side? And that is Trent Mosley catching it on the 38. And he does a great job of staying on his feet to gain an extra 15 yards. Eagles getting into the rhythm. Johnson to Jake Martin, and he will be tackled with 31 seconds left in the first half. It would be a pass to Trent Mosley. He will get to the 6-yard line on a second and a third effort. Mission Viejo with great defense here by Jordan Hicks as he stops Mosley. 6 seconds left on the clock, and it would be a field goal attempt by the Eagles. Tyler Wiegand knocks it in from 23 yards out for the only score of the first half as the Eagles led 3-0. Santa Margarita came out running Adrian Patero with some fine runs to start the third quarter. Trace Johnson will dump it off to Jayon Smith, and Smith would get outside all the way to the 20-yard line before he's brought out of bounds. And then here, Smith with the handoff, a great inside move, and he gets all the way to the 10-yard line. But the drive would actually stall here with J.D. Hill on the stop. A great play. The Eagles were forced to attempt a field goal. They missed, giving the ball back to Mission Viejo. An excellent rollout by quarterback Luke Fahey, buying time, and he finds Jack Junker in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. With the PAT, the Diablos led 7-3. With the third quarter winding down, junior JoJo Reed with a good defensive stop. The fourth quarter basically came down to the last 2 minutes. Trace Johnson in the pocket finds Lucas Aniga. Shoestring tackle, he is down at the 16. 34 seconds left, that wasn't the big deal. It was fourth down. So it would be Trace Johnson at quarterback. The ball falls to the turf. He picks it up off the bounce, throws it to the back of the end zone, out of bounds, and it would be the Diablos securing the win. It was a close one. One with a lot of ups and downs and for sure memorable moments. So the final score, the Mission Viejo Diablos 7, the Santa Margarita Eagles 3. After the game, the two local high school football stars, Carson Palmer from Santa Margarita and Rob Johnson from El Toro, shaking hands. It was a great high school football game. From Trabuco Hills High School for Athletes in Motion Sports Television, I'm Paul Higgins. Thank you so much for watching.